Right, I got this little note inside my diesel prototype from Dapol. I think somebody's telling me porkies here. May not be, but I think they are. If you can't read this, I'll put it up on a picture for you. I'll scan it in and put it up. But I will read it out now for you. It says, "Thank you for buying this famous locomotive kit." Well, yeah, that's right. That's not a porky, but there's one coming up. I know there is. Since the demise of Kitmaster and Palitoy, it was for many years thought that the Deltic diesel mould had been destroyed. Indeed, when Dapol purchased the original mould, the Deltic was not listed on the manifest. It was several years before we opened the mould 042. We did discover that the mould was mislabelled and it was in fact the Deltic mould. Okay, right. Thanks to the enthusiasts at Kitmaster Collectors Club, we were able to reproduce the instructions. There's another little porky. And which now accompany this kit. Unfortunately, these instructions list window part, not window parts, to window part, which simply does not exist, and which we cannot supply as we do not have the specified mould. We've contacted many collectors and have advised that the simple piece of clear thin acrylic is perfect for the job, and such products can be readily available from model shops. Therefore, we hope that this small missing part does not detract from your enjoyment of this product. Right, let's just Palitoy. Where did it go? Here it goes. On the bottom of this one, my Deltic, on my Deltic, there is nothing on the bottom at all. The new kit I got has got Kitmaster here and Kitmaster here. Okay, this one doesn't have it. Okay, this is Dapol. This one is actually a Dapol kit from about a few years ago. It was in what the label was white and had Dapol on it. Okay, so I know that for a fact. Now, Dapol said they never got the mould. So how come I've got a complete set of glazing for this? You know, I mean, come on. Putting something like that inside the kit, it's ridiculous. I do actually have all the glazing for this, from this one here. It just fell out basically. So I still got that all. I've actually broken this one today, so don't worry about it. I'm using this as a temporary one, so that when I do the new kit, I can do the bits on it. There is one thing on this. It's got a small porthole here. It should be larger. So I have found that out. Actually, it came to light when Batman actually showed their one. They got a much larger porthole in theirs, and I looked at all the photographs I could find and the videos, and the porthole is quite large on the door, much larger than it is on this. I've also taken off the rails, so I'm going to replace the rails. I was just doing this one as a test to make sure that I could do it, and they come off quite cleanly, so I'll be doing that with it, putting new handrails on and re-drilling and putting a new porthole in there. Now it says window part. Let's just see how many parts there are on this kit here. Right, I can't find it now. Oh dear, I had it there. Just a second. Oh, there it is. this is what where I said it right. Right, if we count up one side and one end, and then double it. All right. So there's one part was for the whole front windscreen. There was one part for the side windows here. That's 2 parts. There was one for the round porthole. That's 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 along there, and again 1, 2 for this side. Double that up. What did I say? 9, 10, 11. 11 parts of clear. Double it because there's 2 sides and 2 ends. That's 22 parts. 22 parts, not a part, which it says on here. So that's a porky. So how can they have made the moulds for these windows? Made these windows without the mould? So I think somebody's either having an April Fool's joke on this, or something's gone wrong and they're trying to blame somebody else for it. Having said that, the new kit has got no glazing in it whatsoever. Or they might have just taken it out and said, oh, we never had the mould. You know, and thinking people won't notice this, you know, especially people who have already had one and they bought a new one and they've got this in there. So I don't know. Real porkies here, you know, and clear glaze, clear acrylic glazing across these. This has got to be bent here, and then of course they're going to be well in. They should be almost flush on these. So I don't know if it is true, and this isn't a practical joke that's been played on one piece. I might try and make some more. I might try and make a mould myself of the acrylic parts, the clear acrylic parts. I've got the stuff here. I'll make a mould of these and then cast them in clear acrylic plastic. And if anybody wants one, I'll put them on eBay or something like that and sell them that way. Okay, so I just wanted to point that one out. Now, on with the review of the kit itself. We're looking at the Dapol C009 Deltic diesel locomotive, the prototype one. Now, I'm going to open this up. This one's from Sam's Models, SM Models, sorry, not Sam Model. Open the packet here, we've got the instructions. We'll have a look at the instructions first. Right. 1-page instruction, actually 1 page. I remember it different than this last time I built one, but that was quite a few years ago, decades actually. You got a full cab detail in here, nice. Unfortunately, we're going to have to lose some of that. One end anyway, we're going to have to lose. So I'm actually motorising this one. What can I say? Their instructions, they're mostly written instructions, so you can follow those until you get to the bogies, and then we're going to have to do something about them. As I'm motorising this, during the build, you'll see it during the build anyway. So I'll just go on with a simple review of if you're going to build this kit as a static model or as a running model. If you put a little bit of weight in it, you can run it on the layout by having a powered unit at the back pushing it along. So that was one of those I will be doing as well. I actually need it for something. It's a different layout and it's got a lot of pieces on it. About the Dapol diesel, let's take the parts out the bag. Okay, right. The decals are still yellowy, very yellowy. I'm not talking about the white, I'm talking about the backing. I'll see what we can do about that. I'm going to put them up there out of the way for the moment. Right, let's have a look. This is the base unit. It's got Kitmaster still on it now. I wonder, have they redone these moulds, cleaned them up? I don't remember having Kitmaster on here. Just a second. I do have another one here from somebody else. Yeah. Right, now then. Looks exactly the same. It does, it looks exactly the same. Everything's the same. Yes, everything's the same except for, I don't know whether you can see this. I'm going to come in close on this here. This here has got a Kitmaster logo on it. Made in England. Can't see that other one. It's a bit too small. But it's got the Kitmaster logo on here as well. This is an original one. No markings on it. Actually, where that is a big pin mark. That's where it should be. And there. Nope. They must have had the mould altered with this lettering put onto it. Ah, there you go. Learn something every day. They've rebranded it. So I know they do rebrand it. It's got Kitmaster on here as well now. That was the original manufacturer actually. Oh, let me just sit down a bit. Here. There's a lot of flash. I know there's a lot of flash on these ones here. Look at the interior bulkhead. Yeah, I've got some nice details in here. I'm just going to compare it to the old one just to make sure that I haven't altered anything in here as well. I don't have the bulkhead here. But it looks like there's good detail in there, but a lot of flash. And a lot of flash on the bogie pieces here as well. I think that's original. That looks original to me. Lots of detail there. There's some bits off here. This is the these are the pieces that go in here. Again, they haven't changed really. There's a number on the back, and I do suggest you sanding that number off at the back. It'll just help it to sit down more flush onto the end here. A lot of people don't bother with it. The glue will melt it. Again, here we've got, oh, look at that. Can you see that? There. Looks like a roller coaster on that one. Oh dear. What about this one? That was fairly straight. There's a little bow at the end, but ugh. Right, I've got the details for this, by the way. There's I'm not sure what it's on there, but I've got the plate for there. I've got the plate for there, which is English Electric, double E on a circular background with a chrome surrounding it. I've actually got those. I made sure I got those. This part here is still not right. It's correct as far as I can say. The grills, they're okay. I mean, the new Batman got actually put grills in here, and you can see the fans underneath. If you want to go that far, you can, but I won't worry about it. But there's supposed to be another grill here and here, and then still not on here. But we scratch built those in. Doesn't take much at all. Now these ones here in the roof, which I've got the roof here. No, they're the same. They're the same. They've still got little dimples in them. They got like a centre point in the centre of the holes here. We can drill these out and make it look better that way. Again, the bogies. These bogies are fairly correct actually. Surprisingly enough. There's only one thing that I can see that's missing on these bogies. It's a dampening unit. I don't see there's an extra part to put on. Oh, hang on, no, they're the horns. No, that's it. There's a dampening unit that goes on here, and it's not on here, but we could scratch build that if we need to make it that bit more authentic. If you look at the prototype, or if you look on any of the YouTube videos, you can see it on there. That's exactly the same. The other bogies. The wheels are plastic in here. You've got 4 chairs here. Again, horns on here. I'm not sure what those are there. The buffers are plastic. No worried about the plastic. No worries about the plastic. These are the couplings actually they've used on here. I wouldn't use those if I was you. You use something else. There's a couple of wheels here. These go in the cab section. That's another pimp of the other bogie. Right, the wheels are plastic. If you're gonna just push it round the track, these are fine. There's no trouble about these at all. However, when you come to actually put the wheels into the bogie units here, they're fine. They're fine. Make sure you plug this hole up here where the wheels fit into. Put a bit of tape over or something like that. So when you paint these, you can take that off, and there's no paint in it. Again, a little bit of tape around the top of the wheel section. Keep that just the plastic, and you'll find that a little bit of Vaseline in there, and that turns beautifully. So you'll have perfectly working wheels on it. For pushing round, that is. For pushing round. So that's that bit. Now we come to the major disappointment part. Again, I haven't got these bits out. I've got the front piece out here, and it looks basically the same. I will be slightly altering this. There's a lot of flash on here. A lot of flash. Actually, that's quite thick flash there. But save all the flash, save all the sprues. You can chop them up and put them in a bottle and make a paste out of them using the plastic and cellulose thinners, or some sort of plastic glue, liquid plastic glue that you can put in there. I prefer cellulose thinners myself. Don't remember all this detail on the doors, on the back panel. Did that have that? Well, it doesn't matter anyway. Like I said, one end's going to be... we might get a bit of this in on the top, you know, and cut it off halfway and then put it in because of the motor putting in. But I'll go into more detail when I build the thing. There's a lot of flash on the front parts here. The whiskers are, well, they're oversized for the scale, but nobody seems to really worry about that too much. All in all, all the pin marks on the inside or where they're not seen, so that's fine. We've always thought this was a light, but it's black, and it's meant to be black on the real thing as well. And I'm wondering if it was made originally for an American loco, you know, to be sold in America as well. And then they need a headlight on them, you see, so that might have been put on there as an American adaptation, you know, to try and get the more locos sold over there. All looks the same to me. This is the same. Apart from the flash and all that, which is easy enough to get out. It's not too bad. I know people complain about it, but it's not that bad on it. It's quite thin. A little knife, boom, and it's out. So that's the Deltic diesel from Dapol. Hope you enjoyed that little review on it. More during the build. So until then, see you all soon. Keep up the modelling. Bye for now.
If ever you take the railway that runs to Birmingham town, 3 hours out of Euston, they let you all get down. 11 minutes is allowed, we have to keep up speed, and the Wolverton refreshment room will answer every need. 7 fair young ladies to wait upon you all. 4 men and 3 boys are at your beck and call. A kitchen maid is in her proper station, with a matron to guard her reputation.